If you watched my review of the Blair Witch Project during horror season last year, you'll remember me talk about how I'm not a big fan of found footage movies anymore. Basically, when it comes down to found footage movies, the market has become so oversaturated. But when I really thought about the genre, I realised that I did actually like it. It's just that there were way too many terrible films coming out in it. If a found footage movie is done well, then I have absolutely no problem with it. The exact same goes for zombie movies, but so many of them are terrible cash grabs that are just made because they're easy to do and incredibly popular right now. So for a horror movie to come along that is both a found footage zombie movie and a really fucking good one at that is pretty special. That film is the Spanish movie Wreck. I had heard nothing but amazing things about the movie, but I'd never actually watched it until last Halloween. I'd planned on watching a few horror movies the day before Halloween and a load on the day of Halloween as well. Wreck was the first one I watched the day before, and it scared me so much that I just could not watch another horror movie that day. In fact, I only watched one movie on Halloween because Wreck affected me so much that I knew there wouldn't be another horror movie that was quite as good that I could watch. The film is about Angela and Pablo. Angela is a news reporter and Pablo is her cameraman, and they are making a feature for a TV show on the people who work night shift at a local fire station. During the night, they are called and get to tag along. They go to an apartment building because an old woman is trapped in her apartment and screaming. When they get in there, however, the old woman attacks one of the officers and bites his neck. When they get downstairs, they find all the residents in the hallway and are told that the military have blocked off the building and that they can't get out. They are then quarantined in there and aren't told anything about what is happening. This section of the movie is really tense. You're not sure what is going to happen or even what is happening. A zombie could attack at any second. Any of those people could be infected and not be telling anyone. I love this section of the movie. However, it's when a health inspector comes in the film that it really starts to get scary. Because then the zombies pretty much completely let loose. They spend the last 20 minutes running away from the zombies in this apartment building trying to find an exit. However, when an exit is out of the question, they end up just trying to find a place that is safe. This part of the movie absolutely terrified me. I rarely actually get properly scared by a movie, especially to the extreme amount that this film scared me. I won't spoil the last 5 minutes, but they completely shook me to the core. They were fucking terrifying. In this film, they completely justified the use of found footage. There was never a moment where I thought, what are you doing? Stop recording, like in some films. It actually made sense. Because the film is set mostly in one building, they use the feeling of claustrophobia to its advantage. Because they can't get out, you start to feel more and more encapsulated. As each exit gets blocked off by zombies, it's almost like the characters are being put into a corner that they can't get out of. This was mainly what scared me about the film. My heart was pounding all throughout, especially towards the end of the film. Very few films actually manage to get more and more scary as it progresses, and this was one that does it perfectly. The ending left me in complete shock. I felt paralysed, and at the end of the day, that's what makes this film so great. It's incredibly effective, not a single scare doesn't hit. There are a few jump scares in the film that got me hard, and they came out of nowhere. You don't expect them, which makes them even more effective. This was without a doubt one of the best found footage movies ever made, and probably one of the best horror movies of the past decade. And honestly, I think this may be one of, if not the scariest movie I've ever seen. I give Wreck a 10 out of 10.
Tus principios todavía no se han forjado, descubre.